Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tesla with Tarot with Tesla. If you'd like to join our soul family, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below and don't forget to hit the bell so that you'll be notified every single time I upload a brand new video. And with that being said, we're going to jump right into today's video because we're doing something a little bit different and I'm super excited. I think you guys are really going to like it because we're going to get a little crafty. I don't know about you guys, but I really love arts and crafts, so I'm excited for this one. Okay guys, so the idea that I have for today's video is kind of like a little DIY. I found this create your own hand paint stone at Target. And what I figured that we could do with this is create our own DIY palmistry guide. Or if anything else, you can paint it and use it as a jewelry tray or a tray to, you know, put your crystals on, or even your sage. You can use it for whatever you want to use it for. But it was just a little idea that I had, and we're gonna throw it together and see if it works. See if it turns out good. Some of the crafts I do turn out really great, and then some of them, well, we're not going to talk about that because then you probably wouldn't be watching my video because they didn't turn out that well anyways. But anyways, with that being said, we're going to go through the supplies that we got. Now, with the supplies that I bought from Target, it all came up to around $22.34. Now, some of you may be thinking that you could probably buy a real palmistry guide online or even at Books A Millions, Barnes & Noble, a metaphysical shop like that for around the same price. So what is the point of making your own? But like I said, you can paint this one however you want. You can customize it to where it looks exactly like your own hand, which one you buy in a store is not going to be customized to your hand. With this one, you don't come with a palmistry guide, but there is stuff that you can learn on the internet, and I will include some links down below. But we're going to jump right into it and see how it turns out. And you guys can decorate it however you want. You don't have to follow mine exactly, but if you would like to, and you happen to try the tutorial that I'm giving today, go ahead and post it on your Instagram, Facebook, wherever, hashtag Tarot with Tesla, so that I can see the designs that you guys did. Because I think this is going to be a really great experiment today. As per the supplies that you're going to need for this DIY, you will need this hand paint stone from Target. It's a kit and it comes with everything you need to make your own hand painting stone. It even comes with some paint inside, but I bought my own just because I didn't like any of the colors that were in there. This retails for about $4.99. So it's really not that expensive. Just trying out, honestly, buying the extra stuff that I wanted to use to customize it. It's not needed, but it was what added the expenses to equal $22.34. The next thing I got was a pack of new paint brushes. It's just a 10 pack. It was $4.99. The next thing I got was this pack of Sharpies that has, like, you know, the silver, the gold, and the bronze. And I'm going to be using the silver to draw the lines on the hand and to draw the symbols of the palmistry guide on top. I got this satin egg acrylic paint to paint the white part of the hand because I did want a little bit of contrast in comparison to the black around the sides that I'm going to be painting it, but I didn't want to leave it the white that it was because it's that chalky cement, you know, looking white, and like kind of like the drywall looking white, so I didn't want that. If you want to leave it that way, feel free. But we're gonna open this up and take a look at the directions and get all the supplies that we need to make our handprint stone. Okay, I've opened up the package of the kit and I have all of these supplies laid out exactly as it's supposed to. And the kit comes with all of these items. You get a little handprint molder. You get the stuff to create your handprint mold. I'm not sure exactly what this stuff is called. This way I didn't use the technical term for it. But you also get these gloves to not get messy. You get a booklet of instructions. Like I said, it comes with its own paint and paintbrush. I didn't happen to like this paint or any of the colors. I just didn't want to use them. So I'm going to be using the colors that I bought, but I'll probably keep this paint for something else because I do arts and crafts all the time. It's something that I love to do, so I may even use it for another DIY on my channels at some point. Who knows what's going to happen. And then you get this handy dandy little mask. Let me just put this on just because I want to. There's really no reason that I need this on right now, but I want it on. Do I look like a doctor? I feel important. I don't know if a mask should make you feel important or not, but oh well, who cares? You also get this handy dandy little toothpick, not toothpick, but the popsicle stick. Ugh, this is awful. So you really could play doctor. I'm just kidding. But, so we're gonna jump right into this DIY and get to making some things. Alright, I've taken the time to lay out all the supplies we need, and now I'm going to just read some of the directions. It says, Step 1. Put on the provided gloves to protect your hands. Place the mask over your nose and mouth. The included mask must be worn when handling the plaster. So you understand that you need to be wearing your mask and your gloves for protection. Safety first, everybody. We don't want to die. Step number 2. Using the scissors, cut open the bag of plaster. If needed, ask an adult for help with the scissors. Well, we're just canceling this video because I'm an adult, but I'm not a very good one. And if we need an adult to do this, this is just not going to work out. Goodbye, everybody. It's canceled. We're done. Just kidding. We'll continue. I'm being dramatic. Okay. Measuring 2 cups of warm water slightly above room temperature. Note, the water cannot be too cold. It will set too fast. If the water is too hot, it will not set at all. So what this is telling me is that there's so many ways to mess this up. And if you're anything like me, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. I think we just need to cancel it. It's just not going to work out, guys. We'll go through with it, and I'll post a video, and we'll see. If it fails, I've wasted my time. And that's okay, I guess, because it's all for you guys. And again, this is an experiment. Moving forward, we're going to skip some of the directions. Again, anything that can't go wrong will go wrong, because I don't read directions all the way through. Too impatient for that. Anyways, step number 6. Immediately after you have completed step number 5, you will need to add your handprint. Okay, so obviously step number 5 is pretty important. Okay, step number 5 basically just says add the plaster and the water little by little, stirring until you get a smooth surface. Tap on the bottom to remove any bubbles. This will, be careful because it might splatter. Okay, and then it says once you have completed step number 5, you will need to add your handprint. You must do this before the plaster dries. Do not wait any longer than 1 to 2 minutes. Smooth the surface of the plaster with the popsicle stick. Then press your hand into the plaster. Moisten the mixing stick with water and move it back and forth over the plaster like cake icing. Press lightly into the plaster to create your own designs. We're not going to be creating any designs. We're only going, on mine anyways, we're only going to be adding the print. I'm going to paint all of the designs on there. And it says that you need to let your handprint dry for the full 24 hours. If you try to remove the stone from the tray before it dries, the stone will crack. To remove the stone from the molding tray, turn the tray upside down. Gently press down with your thumbs at the bottom of the molding tray. You should have an adult help. Again with the adult. There's no adult here but me. And I don't think this is going to work, but we're going to do our best. Anyways, we're just going to try this. And do our best, like I said. Wish me luck, and I'll be right back. It's very thick. Well, the mix is kind of runny as well, so I really don't think you're going to need the full amount of water. Like, I don't know why it has you measure out 2 cups when I haven't even used. I've used about half a cup so far, I'd say. Oh God, my table's gonna have plaster all over it. That's okay. We'll figure it out. I'll buy a new one if I have to, I suppose. I'm adding more of the plaster. And at this point, I'm going to need to add a little bit more of the water as it is getting very thick. I still have not used even half of the water yet. I've only used a little bit. But I think I'd say that so far this experiment is looking very promising. I don't feel like it's beyond saving just yet. So maybe we're in luck, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super excited for you guys to see what it's going to look like once it's done. If it turns out anything like the idea I have in my head, it's gonna look great. And I mean, it's a pretty inexpensive experiment to try. I'd say you can do whatever you would like with it. All right. has thickened up quite a bit more, so I'm going to add just a little bit more water. And it says now I am down to 1 cup. So I have now used 1 cup of water and almost all of the plaster. I'd say it is the consistency of cake batter currently. That's what the directions said. The directions said stir it until it is the consistency of cake batter without any of the clumps and the bubbles. So that's what we're aiming for. It's cake batter, but don't eat it. We don't want to die. I know I've said that like 3 times in this video, but it's okay. Protection is everything, guys. Safety first. Oh God, I spilled more of it. Oh God. Don't be like me. Add a towel down below. That is my one advice for you guys if you're going to do this. Add a towel below your plaster bowl. I knew I should have used a bowl, but it said to mix it in this bowl and it'd be fine. So I listened to the directions. Don't listen. Well, I mean, I guess if you use a different bowl, you're going to be stuck with it in your bowl. So maybe not. I don't know. Do whatever you want to do. It's your life. I ain't trying to tell you how to live your life. I'm just trying to give advice here. With this part, I've added the last of the plaster. So now I'm going to be adding the water even more slowly than before, just so I do not over pour and I do not completely mess up. All right, so far this is what the indentation of my handprint looks like, and we are going to come back in 24 hours to paint this piece and design it exactly how we want, and I'm so excited. Can't wait to see you guys then. Good night. Okay, so just a little update on the DIY project. I went to go take this out of the container and I realized that it had cracks in it. Guys, I seriously thought that this project was long gone, that we were not even going to have a DIY video at all. I thought I had wasted my time, but we got lucky and I was able to take it out of the mold and I painted it ahead of time so that we could go ahead and get started with the decorating. Alright guys, I'm back with the DIY project. It is out of the mold. I've painted it ahead of time so that we could get started with decorating the lines on it. And I've pulled up the picture that I'm going to follow of the palmistry guide, and I'm just going to start drawing the designs and the lines on it as so. I think I remember in the video I said that I was going to use silver. I've changed my mind and I actually want to use the bronze Sharpie, so that's what I'm going to use. Let me just scoot up here. Right now I'm going to draw the headline. Okay, so as you guys can see, this is how it turned out. We have the headline, the marriage line, the heart line, the fate line, and all of the astrology symbols. Now, of course, it doesn't look perfect. Of course, this is a DIY. This is just going to be a little decoration that I have sitting on my altar or possibly setting in my garden as like a little garden stone. You guys can do whatever you want, and in the next part of the video I'll include some pictures of some of the things that you can use this experiment for. I hope you guys enjoyed the process of me making this DIY. I love you guys so much. Thank you for sticking with me this far. I'm sure that this is the worst DIY you've probably ever seen, but I don't know. Like, leave a comment, subscribe, let me know down below. And if you'd like, I'll include more content like this going forward. But that's all for this video. Thanks for joining me, guys. Bye.